Hi everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little while since I've uploaded, but I just wanted to give you guys an update. Today we are going to be doing a Kansas City mental health check. As you may know, if you follow me, I live here in Kansas City, so I believe that I might be the appropriate person to ask about how things are going here. As you all know, Kansas City Chiefs did win the Super Bowl. It was amazing. As you probably watched. I don't know if you were rooting for the Chiefs or not, but as a Chiefs fan, as a local, we were very happy. And I can't concretely say this, but I very well might have actually made us win with my mind, because the whole time, like, I knew I did not lose hope. I knew, and then it happened. So I really feel strongly that I might have mentally made that happen. So, unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know who Travis Kelce is. You probably know who Taylor Swift is. From the perspective of someone in Kansas City, someone who roots for the Chiefs, we have always, and most likely will always, love Travis Kelce. He is just a fine young man. They have definitely, you guys have probably seen the viral clip of Travis going up to Andy Reid, the coach, and like kind of chest bumping him, to the point where Andy actually dropped his clipboard. And they want to vilify him. They really want to make him look like an aggressive man who, Taylor's in danger. But I don't agree with that at all. And I don't think the world agrees with that either. I just recently saw an article saying that Travis Kelce won the People's Choice Award for like MVP, something like that. And that happened after the fact, after this viral clip of him, body slamming Andy Reid. So I don't think we as people can understand, very few people can understand mentally where these men are at that time. This is like the biggest game. This is what they've been working for all season, and emotions run high. And that was probably, didn't give him the best light, but I don't think that he is, an aggressive person. I don't think that Taylor's in danger in any way. So they won the Super Bowl on Sunday. Then because of that, they gave all the kids in school a red school day off. So instead of like a snow day, they called it a red day. And that was because they were doing the parade downtown on the following Wednesday. So I watched the parade, obviously, on TV. Anytime you go to these events, we've had a few Chiefs Super Bowl parades downtown. There's been Royals, when the Royals have won the World Series. There's been a Sea of Blue downtown where they just kind of have a celebration for the players. So like I said, I did not go, I did not attend. The traffic trying to get down there and then trying to get out of there, it is no joke. And I'm not really good with crowds as it is, so we just decided to stay home and watch TV. So we did. We watched the parade. There's been a lot of people giving flack to the players because of like drunk and disorderly contact. And again, I'm going to give them grace in this situation because they were celebrating. I mean, this is what they've worked for all season. They're with their teammates that have, they've all together reached the pinnacle here. And it is means for celebration. And I understand if you have very young children and you don't feel comfortable having them watch these players, get incredibly, get inebriated and then take their shoes off and lay on the concrete, things like that. I understand that might rub some people the wrong way, but I understand. I don't really care either way. I think it's more important to lead through example. I keep my drinking very limited. I only drink maybe once a month or so, if even that. And I think it's more important for your children to see you set the example, going and seeing the Chiefs players drinking beers and celebrating. That's not going to drive your child into alcoholism, in my opinion. The next thing was obviously the parade. There was a shooting that happened at the parade. It has made, I'm pretty sure, national news, if not international news. The information that I have heard about that, there was 4 individuals that were taken into custody. 2 were older than 18 years old, so there was a 23-year-old and an 18-year-old, and then there were 2 minors that were also taken into custody. They have released the names of the 2 individuals who are over the age of 18. However, the 2 juveniles, their names will not be released, understandable. The thing about the parade shooting, once I heard about it, like I almost started crying. And I'll tell you why. Like, obviously, I had friends that were down there. So when I first heard that there was a shooting, I immediately got on my phone. I started texting people. And I was like, look, I know you were planning on going. Are you there? Is everyone okay in your group? And thankfully, no one of my friends were, part of the tragedy. However, I know that there was a young woman who lost her life. And I'm so saddened by that. And I feel such a great loss. I feel a great loss for the city of Kansas City. Every year up until this point, or every celebration up until this point, has been just amazing. If you've never been a part of a celebration like this for your city, and I'm sorry, Cowboys fans, but if you've never been a part of that, I don't know if you can fully understand, but everyone comes together and it is such like this amazing united feeling. Everyone is showing their love and appreciation, and it's beautiful. Like, you get to actually see the Chiefs players go down. If you can't afford the $200 tickets to go to just some random game, let alone the $1,000 tickets that they were charging for the Super Bowl, if you're a normal person and you can't afford that, then you always have the option of going to the parade and celebrating that way. You get to see your players. You get to see them walk down the street. You're within, 50 yards of them. And oftentimes these players will come down and they'll give autographs. They'll autograph jerseys and balls. It is such an amazing experience. And I feel like something was like ripped away from us. I feel like they kind of tainted it. It's very frustrating because, I love the city. I love Kansas City. It's my hometown. It's where I'm from. So in the aftermath of this, obviously, like, the shooting happened, the news crews were there all day. I mean, it kind of transformed from a celebration into, this tragedy. And so what I did what Mr. Rogers always told me to do, and that was I looked for the people that were helping. And there were individuals, restaurant owners who were preparing meals, and they were delivering them to the news anchors. They were delivering food to the police officers and the fire departments. I had a friend of mine on Facebook who had young kids at this parade, and they saw the actual progression of the parade, but then they went back to the hotel room, and they were told at one point that there was an armed gunman in their hotel. So I can't imagine, like, the fear of not knowing what's going on, knowing that, like, there's an active shooter somewhere, and it's just a scary, scary situation to be in. But anyways, my friend and her family, they started making bracelets for the different people, the different police officers, the different service members or service workers here in Kansas City. And I thought that was beautiful too. It's these like little acts of kindness amidst a tragedy that really gives hope, I suppose. Sorry. But this is emotional. Last couple things. I want to talk about probably aren't going to be spoken about on the news, but I found it very interesting. The suspect, the 23-year-old suspect that was arrested, connected to this parade shooting, he had previously been arrested about a month ago. He was actually in a town, kind of a suburb of Kansas City. He was in a community center where people go to work out, to swim, to play basketball, and he himself was on the basketball court. And I guess he was upset about the way he was playing because he ended up lifting up his shirt, brandishing a gun in the middle of a community center, and then he was arrested for that. So the guy who was arrested for the shooting at the parade was previously arrested for brandishing a gun at a community center. And then the last thing, the most outlandish, disgusting thing, is that there's actually been a GoFundMe that's been set up for this guy. Last time I checked, it was like $100, and it's supposedly to help him pay with any medical expenses. So I don't even know like what world we're living in right now. This is like, I don't even know. I can't even believe. But that's all I have. Everyone is obviously still triggered by this. We're still healing. The thing that I hope the most, the thing that I really pray for is that this kind of parade, this kind of city unity that we experienced, I fear that that is a thing of the past. I fear that now that this has happened, that there's been, a shooting, that they're going to now start selling tickets for some sort of a celebration if we win the Super Bowl. Again, if we go for 3 in a row. And I don't want that. I don't think that that's fair to the people who watch every week. Not everyone can afford to go to a game, and not everyone can afford a ticket to get into Union Station to watch, these athletes slur their words. And I don't know. So overall, there's just kind of like a sense of loss. Like I feel sad. But I don't know. That's all I got. Just wanted to say hey. Bye.